The middleweight sport bike segment is becoming increasingly competitive, and the clash between the Triumph Daytona 660 and the Aprilia RS 660 factory highlights two very different philosophies. On one side, Triumph refines an already accessible and balanced platform. On the other, Aprilia pushes further into premium territory with a sharper, more track-focused approach. The result is not just a comparison of specs, but a contrast in ambition. At the core of the Daytona 660 is a 660 cubic centimeters inline three-cylinder engine producing 95 horsepower, carefully calibrated to meet two license restrictions. While this makes it highly accessible, particularly in the European market, it also imposes a ceiling on outright performance. In contrast, Aprilia's RS 660 factory delivers around 105 horsepower from its 659 cubic centimeters parallel twin, offering a noticeably stronger power-to-weight ratio. The difference is not overwhelming on paper, but in practice, the Aprilia feels more eager and less constrained. Chassis and weight further separate the two machines. The Daytona 660 carries a ready-to-ride weight of approximately 201 kilograms, maintaining a stable and approachable character but sacrificing some agility. Meanwhile, the RS 660 factory comes in significantly lighter at around 183 kilograms, thanks to its aluminum frame design that uses the engine as a stressed member. This translates into sharper handling and a more responsive riding experience, particularly in aggressive cornering scenarios. Suspension is where the philosophical gap becomes even more apparent. Triumph has introduced an upgraded Showa SFF big piston front fork with full adjustability, a welcome addition that signals a more serious sporting intent. However, the rear shock remains limited to preload adjustment, creating an imbalance in the overall setup. Aprilia, by contrast, equips the RS 660 factory with fully adjustable all-in suspension at both ends, offering a level of precision and tunability that clearly targets track enthusiasts. In terms of electronics and rider aids, the Aprilia again takes a decisive lead. Its APRC suite includes traction control, wheelie control, multiple riding modes, launch control, and cornering ABS, along with a quickshifter and cruise control. The Daytona 660, while now finally featuring a standard shift assist system, still feels slightly behind the curve. Triumph's updates improve usability, but they also highlight how the bike initially lacked features that competitors had already normalized. Design and aerodynamic intent also reflect their differing priorities. The RS 660 factory adopts MotoGP-inspired winglets and a double-layer fairing to enhance high-speed stability and thermal management. The Daytona 660, while visually striking with its updated color schemes, remains more conservative in its aerodynamic approach. It is a sport bike by design, but not one that aggressively chases cutting-edge performance solutions. Ultimately, this comparison reveals two distinct interpretations of what a middleweight sport bike should be. The Daytona 660 remains a well-rounded, accessible machine that prioritizes usability and incremental improvement, but risks being perceived as conservative in a rapidly evolving class. The RS 660 factory, on the other hand, pushes boundaries with lighter weight, premium components, and advanced electronics, positioning itself as the more ambitious and performance-oriented option. For riders seeking refinement, Triumph delivers. For those chasing sharper dynamics and higher limits, Aprilia clearly sets the benchmark.